Good morning, welcome to this video. Today, not a video of an epic ride or an epic adventure, but I think an interesting video nonetheless. I've been riding the new gravel bike, the Atlas, for I think about 4 months right now. Always just kept it in the regular standard spec, but now it's time to make some modifications of my own to better prepare for the ultra distance gravel races that Mike and I are going to do. And Jurgen from Parallel, a local bike shop, is helping me to make them, because he's much better at that than I am. No mucking about without the correct tools. Only thing I have to do right now first is clean the bike a little bit, because I didn't do a really good job with it last time. A bit embarrassed. Done. Let's go. Mikey Mike.
What's up with you? You have a haircut?
A haircut?
By yourself?
Like a new man. No, my mom.
Oh.
Went to my mom yesterday.
Okay. Let's see.
So we've got a couple of changes planned for today. First of all, I'm switching from 2x to 1x because I want to piss off Mike. He hates it, and I think it's nice not to have to think about shifting in the front gear. I don't care about the big gaps that much, and I think it just works easier. Then I'm adding a dropper bar on the front and a dropper post in the rear. I've only ridden that on a mountain bike, and then it felt really good, and I've always been curious to see if I would use it on a gravel bike as well, so I thought I would just give it a go, and it might come in handy especially for the more technical descents that we're going to do. And then the final change, I got the same DT Swiss wheel set that I had on the Maris, except this time it's the boost version. So it's carbon, it's 40 millimeters high. It's the hybrid version, so it can take a bit more weight.
115, right?
150 kilograms total system weight, I think. So that should be enough for 2 of me and all my luggage. Maybe then Leon can also join. But we're gonna change the ratchet that is in there from 18 to 36. Why? Because it's better. No, DT Swiss recommended I try this because they do it in all their new wheels, and Jurgen agreed. Yeah. And I trust Jurgen on any advice.
First mistake.
So that's the plan for today.
We will see.
Mike is going to take some pictures. He's going to look horrified by everything that Jurgen is going to do to my bike.
I was creating a perfect bike and you destroy it.
I destroy it right away. But first... We're experimenting a lot with tires these days. Yeah. Very wide, not so wide, a little bit of grip, zero grip.
Zero grip, that's always a good...
He likes zero grip a lot.
Slick.
For the sand?
Getting rowdy.
Slick? Yeah.
50 fits perfectly in this bike.
Yeah. 45 to 50 is a really nice... But that sort of monster gravel bikepacking ice is on the cusp of mountain bike land up to 50 millimeters. It's a nice size.
2.0 for all the interbeers out there.
Jurgen,
Yeah.
you changing a shifter?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Putting this fancy dropper shifter on.
Oh yes.
Instead of having a click, you just push it to actuate your dropper. It just goes back.
Yeah.
For uppy downy post.
Oh, you use the same out cable?
Yeah.
But I think that's good that that I don't need this extra thingy for the dropper post on my handlebars.
Yeah.
Because then it's always harder to reach.
Yeah.
And maybe you hit it if it's on the outside, put your bike up against something, or if it's on the inside, then my bags are there.
Or you're going just before the descent, you take a turn and out of the blue it is going down.
Exactly.
Then you don't want to go out of your shifters and then changing and go back.
Yeah. Righty loosey, lefty tighty.
Exactly. If it doesn't move, just hit it harder.
Pro tip for Mike?
Use the inner cable.
2.
Guide your outer cable.
Wow, next level. Comes out here, goes in there.
So just clipped the outer cable off, pulled it out and left the inner cable in, and then I can put the new outer cable on the inner cable, and maybe it'll make its way down. If not, then I have to pull out the liner and use the liner. But
I'm gonna see it happen. Suspense music.
oh, there's already a liner. Look at that. Ta-da! So we'll actually loop it outside of the frame and put it back into this, I assume, dropper hole.
Yeah.
And then you'll get a better cable wrap as well, because droppers are already pretty hard to push. Not all of them, but it's kind of a normal thing. So I'll try and get it through here, but if it's a too tight of a bend, oh, that's pretty all right, actually. Someone thought about that.
Looks like it's made for it.
Yeah.
Is it hard to install a dropper post?
Nah, man. If you can install a C-post, you can install a dropper post. Just gotta add some cable to it. Now, we do have to pay attention to cable length, especially if you want to get a clean install where your cockpit still is quite clean.
Yeah, which is the goal here.
Which is the goal, yeah.
With all the integrated.
Generally the goal. Then you kind of have to pay attention to the route that the cable takes. Otherwise, you have to build a big loop in up here.
Yeah.
To be able to then take your C-post out. And adjust your saddle height. Because if you use just the right cable length, then you can't actually adjust your C-post without pulling on the cable.
And you can't install a wider handlebar anymore either.
Also,
those kind of things. Right, so next time I will do it myself.
Yeah, perfect. I'll stay home.
You can work on your mountain bikes.
Yeah, fucking mountain bikes. So we have to clamp the cable at this end, because obviously we're using essentially a shifter on the other end. With other droppers, you can actually just put the head of the cable here in. This Easton comes with both, so if you're using their dropper remote, you can actually clamp the cable at the dropper remote, which makes install and replacing the cable a bit easier.
Yeah.
But we are, for some reason, choosing the more difficult route.
Otherwise, it's not a challenge.
Otherwise, it's not a challenge. Yeah, it can't be too easy, you know?
Please drop a comment below the video if you have other ideas about how to do this.
All the comments, yeah.
Not ceramic speed.
So I'll have to cut this cable to size here, but first we're gonna have to stretch the cable.
Oh yeah.
Fingers crossed. Okay, this.
So 15 minutes into the build, we finished the dropper post. Moving on to the crank set. The beauty of this crank set, the Easton Cinch, it's called, right?
Yeah.
Cinch system, is that you can run it without changing the crank. You can choose if you put on a 1x chainring or 2x. So Mike has exactly the same system, but he's running it 2x, and if I want to change it back to 2x, that's also possible. Only have to add the derailleur
and a shifter.
And a shifter, in my case.
I want to do that tonight.
Yeah?
But I don't have that tool then. Maybe.
Digital Mystics. You need the digital Mystics tool.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Okay.
No, of course not.
But Mike, big question: which grease are you going to use?
Oh yeah, I feel it. I think I use dynamic. Oh, ridiculous. Of course. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Mike, do you want to drop the viewers your dynamic discount code?
Yeah, but
what is it?
What is it? I don't know.
I think it's Nature Mike 10.
We don't do that right normally. discount codes and everything.
No, but we do in this case, and it works.
Yeah,
People are getting all the discounts.
I will look at. It's good for everybody that they can use it. 10% off, right?
Yeah.
I will check it.
If you need 10% off, use Mike's discount code.
10%? I got 30%.
20%?
Yeah.
People get more discount with your discount.
Nature Mike 20.
Okay. I put a link in the description.
20% people with me. Always more discount with Nature Mike 20. Perfect.
Bigger cassettes.
Because bigger is?
Sometimes better. Oh wait, that's not it.
No, it's not size that matters, it's what you do with it.
Those are your words.
Next up, changing the ratchet. Why is 32 better than 16?
36 and 18.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty simple. Yeah, just have more points of engagement. So that's how many times per revolution, say 360 degrees, the ratchets will grab onto each other. Yeah. And so this is what you have now. This is 18 tooth. This is fine. This is very reliable, which means you can just ride basically forever with this thing. With this guy, you have a little bit more service, but not anything that your mechanic wouldn't do already. And if you look at it, it just literally has twice as many teeth.
Yeah.
And by having twice as many teeth, it's going to grab on, it's going to engage twice as fast. And there's a balance, because DT Swiss also makes a 54 tooth, so that's again adding teeth. But you can definitely have too many, and then the 54, especially because it comes with so much noise and is just super fast to engage.
Yeah.
A lot of people will choose for the 36, which is just this nice middle ground of not having to pay attention to it in the sense of service, and it's still pretty quiet, but has a nice engagement.
Yeah. Which sound is better? 18 or 36?
36 for sure. So DT Swiss is basically indestructible. Going on record saying that, I guess. Just like with any wheel, everyone says like set it and forget it. Don't ever pay any attention to it. It's good to go. Don't do that. You gotta clean your hub. I'll clean this up a little bit. You're seeing I'm wearing gloves. Mm-hmm. I generally don't wear gloves, but with certain things, especially this, the grease you have to use.
Special grease.
Special grease is very special. Special ingredient, I guess we don't actually know, but it's probably Teflon. And Teflon's super gnarly because it'll get into your skin and you just don't want that in your body. So they tell you to use gloves. Sometimes you can ignore that. Don't ignore it this time. Use gloves. Here comes the click. And you're good to go.
The test. It's a good noise.
Yeah.
Less annoying than you.
How would you rate it?
I think it's fine. It's not too loud. And it's 8.3.
8.3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Good job, DT.
So I've got 40 teeth in the front, which means we're gonna try to push it a little bit in the rear, so I can still get up some of the climbs.
Maybe. That's on you.
What was how many teeth were on the biggest one?
34.
34. And we're going for?
42.
42.
Yeah, so eight more teeth.
Yeah, makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Works.
It works.
A few finishing touches left, bleeding the brake because the shifter came without oil.
Yep.
And then handlebar tape, and then we're all set. And I was thinking, because this turned out to be a little bit of a tutorial video, maybe if you have any other questions or topics that you need answered, I didn't discuss this with Jürgen, but
Just gonna throw it in there.
I can always ask him to do something to my bike just for the sake of explaining it. So if you have any questions that nobody ever answered before on the YouTube, feel free to drop them in the comments. And otherwise, I will link to another video that will explain it. Probably one by GCN.
You got brakes, you got gears, and you got a dropper.
This is it.
It's a bike.
Alright,
It'll do bike things.
that's it.
That's it, we're done.
Okay, see you in the next video. Yeah, I'm gonna ride home and take it out tomorrow. So in the next video, I will tell you if I'm happy with Jurgen's work.
Fingers crossed, man.
Bye bye. Yeah, question for the viewers. How does the curfew work if you're bikepacking with a tent? Do you have to close the zipper
Before 8.
before 8? Or what are the rules? No more peeing outside your tent after 8?
Yeah.
We're
you-
curious.
Or we take a dog costume for you and I can walk all night.
With a leash.
Yeah, and you are on the bike and I'm and I